Major breaking news right now on MSNBC. Shockwaves and an alarming display of power as the FBI raids the home of a former Trump ally turned critic. FBI agents are searching the home of John Bolton. He's the former Trump national security advisor, and that's his home in Bethesda, Maryland. This is according to a source familiar with the matter. That source also telling NBC News it's part of an investigation into classified records. I want to go right to NBC News White House correspondent Monica Alba, as well as NBC Justice reporter Ryan Riley. Also joining us, MSNBC national security and intel analyst and former FBI supervisor Rob D'Amico, and MSNBC legal analyst, former principal deputy assistant attorney general Mary McCord. We've got a really great panel to start us off. Ryan, I want to start first with what officials are saying about this raid. What's the latest that we know?
And so that's what they've done here with, can you hear me?
Yep, I can. Keep going. Go ahead, my friend.
Oh, sorry. So yeah, they are allowed to confirm that the location, like where this location took place. That's where Ken is on the scene right now, outside of John Bolton's home. But you know, the way that this came about was, of course, very unusual because you have the New York Post coming in and breaking this news about this investigation, and the statute of limitations is a big question about what activity we're talking about, because there's typically a 5-year statute of limitations. And so, you know, a lot of the details about what exactly we know about why this took place are unclear, but we should say that it was, according to the FBI statement, court-authorized activity. So that means that a judge would have had to sign off on whatever activity is happening there on this search. And so that would at least meet the probable cause threshold of this investigation, but that is, you know, a much lower bar than a criminal charge or, you know, an arrest or anything of that nature, Allie.
And I think those are a lot of the questions that we still have ourselves as we look at this, because I want to bring in Ken Delanian, who is outside the home in Bethesda, Maryland. Ken, you've been standing there. Can you tell us what you've been seeing? I know last hour you saw FBI agents carrying bags in or out of the home. What more have you seen like that?
Yeah, we've seen additional FBI agents leave the home and retrieve some boxes, empty boxes, and then go back into the home. These are agents and FBI windbreakers. They're either agents or members of the evidence retrieval team that usually goes on these kinds of searches. And other than that, we haven't seen much. There's 7 vehicles in the driveway behind me, most of which are likely to be unmarked FBI vehicles. They've been here since 7 in the morning, we know, and nobody has emerged from the house to talk to the news media. Obviously, as Ryan said, the FBI has confirmed that this is court-authorized activity. And let me just explain what that means. That means that an FBI agent submitted an affidavit to a magistrate judge. That's one level below a federal judge, who then found there was probable cause to believe that there was evidence of a crime at this search location. And generally, the FBI has to explain what other avenues they pursued to try to get this information, short of the very intrusive step of a search, which, you know, people are protected by the 4th Amendment of the Constitution from searches and seizures, except in cases where there is probable cause to believe a crime was committed. So that's the standard. We don't know what that affidavit said. Eventually, we will see it. And the magistrate who signed it knows that the world will see it someday. So it stands to reason that at least that magistrate believes that there was some evidence to merit this action. It's also, though, worth understanding the context here that John Bolton has been a bitter critic of Donald Trump. He was Donald Trump's national security advisor in the first term. He wrote a book, a memoir, that was very critical of Trump and his administration, and also was subject to allegations that it contained classified information. He disputed that. The Trump administration sued him. There was also a criminal investigation that was launched, and it's been reported that it was dropped early in the Biden administration. Now, again, we don't know whether this search is related to that, those developments, or whether this is about something new. We do know that sources are telling us that this involves a national security investigation into potential mishandling of classified documents. John Bolton has been known for his whole career as a stickler when it comes to classified documents procedure. He's even been a detailed critic of how Donald Trump handled classified information. I've talked to Bolton many times about this, and he's told hair-raising stories about how Donald Trump behaved in the Oval Office, grabbing classified documents, stuffing them in his pants. So this is somebody that Donald Trump and his supporters have seen as an enemy for a long time. And again, we don't know if that influenced the events that you're seeing behind me, but that's something to consider.